Welcome students. In previous lecture or previous part of first chapter basic of maintenance and repairs, we will discuss about the different points which are maintenance and its classification and different definitions, necessity, objective and importance of maintenance, factors affecting on maintenance and repair. In this session, we will discuss about what are the advantages and limitations of maintenance and repair, approach of effective management for maintenance and repair, and last, the detailed classification of maintenance. The first, advantages of maintenance and repair. What are the advantages of maintenance and repair? The first advantage is when regular maintenance activity performed, then maintenance cost will be decreased. Second advantage is as precautions is always easy and economical than cure. Therefore, it's saving the money. Less risk factor if the structure are being regularly checked. As a result, they are having less risk of damage. It means the structure will not damage without any notice. If we regularly maintenance the structure, it will give the idea of regarding damages. The maintenance repair work save the money and energy also. Increases lifespan of structure. Next advantage is regular maintenance gives safe work environment in the structure. It prevents the process of decay and degradation from the climate changes. It maintains structure stability and safety. It gives guidelines to plan future renovations, retrofitting techniques. And lastly, it identifies the causes of defects that help to prevent further damages. These are the different advantages of maintenance and repair work. If we apply on any structure or building, it gives these benefits to us. The next is disadvantages of maintenance and repair. There are less disadvantage of maintenance and repair work. The first disadvantage is high installation cost for minor equipment offers more than value of equipment. Sometimes more money for skilled workers is needed. It increases cost of other operations and possibility of increases self weight of structure or component. The self weight of structure will be increases during the restraining or rehabilitation or restoration process or techniques. Next point is approach of effective management for maintenance and repair. It is absolutely necessary to maintain structure and its component. One has care to preserve and protect from natural environment and its effect. To perform this task, an effective maintenance and management it is necessary to implement so that professionals become competent to restore the structure and keep to its initial functioning. Moreover, use of effective maintenance management approach not only keep the structure but also satisfy the primary aim of maintenance. The activities under the maintenance management are categorized into different types or steps, which are: the first is maintenance management. In this, organization of maintenance within an agreed policy, maintenance can be seen as steady state activity. In this, building maintenance, housekeeping, confined spaces, maintenance of different components is considered. The maintenance management of building is the art of preserving over a long period what has been constructed, whereas construction stage lasts for a short period. Maintenance continues for a comparatively very large period during the useful life of building. Though the building shall be designed to be very durable, it needs maintenance to keep it in good condition. Inadequate or improper maintenance adversely affect the environment in which people work. That's why the maintenance management is very important approach in effective management for maintenance and repair. Second approach is maintenance policy. The policy shall cover such items as the owner's anticipated future requirement for the building, taking the account of building's physical performance and its functional suitability. This shall lead to decision regarding different points: the present use of building, anticipating any likely upgrading and their effect on the life cycles, a change of use for building and effect of any conversion work on the life cycle of existing components. These two factors are considered in maintenance policy. The next approach is maintenance work program. The maintenance work will be done at a time when any adverse effect on output or function will be likely to be minimized, as well as reasonable consideration for the comfort of residents and public and third party stakeholders. The program will be planned to remove any unsuccessful work. This may occur if upgrading or conversion work is done after the maintenance work has been completed. The next approach is maintenance guides. In this, an owner responsible for a large number of buildings has to establish procedures for maintenance. When an owner is responsible for the maintenance of only one building or small number of buildings, drafting a guideline book which covers type of construction, the type of residual life of a building, and the environment and intensity of use of building. Planning of maintenance work. Service centers. A network of service centers is made available for receipt and disposal of maintenance complaints which are made by the occupants. Usually, maintenance engineer is in charge of the service center. A drill of maintenance activities to be performed daily, weekly, monthly, annually, and periodically by the engineers. The maintenance and repair committee is responsible for planning and supervising all maintenance and repair activity in the building. This is the role of service center. In this service center, different engineers or engineer in charge are working together and they perform the different activities of maintenance on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis or annual basis. Complaint register. The complaint register is an important document maintained at service center. All complaints received at service center are entered in the complaint register and these are closely watched to ensure that the complaints are attended to as soon as possible. In this complaint register, different columns are considered in which time of complaint, colony, flat number or house number, description of complaint, observation by JE, AE or inspecting officer. The classification of complaint, the action taken by engineer, on which date it will taken the action by engineer, and the detail of work done by engineer. This type of columns are considered in that complaint register. And last, modalities of maintenance. Whether the work should be carried out through contract or own workforce is decided on the nature of work, that is type of work, quantity of work, urgency of work. It will be completed by directly employed labor or in order to have effective maintenance management. Following approach of maintenance management cycle is to be considered. To complete proper maintenance of any structure, the following cycle will be considered or followed. First, periodical maintenance. In the periodical maintenance, various maintenance aspects are considered. In that, first, daily routine maintenance aspect will be followed. Second, weekly routine maintenance. Third, monthly routine maintenance. And fourth, yearly routine maintenance. In this periodical maintenance, what are the work should be carried out during the maintenance? For daily routine maintenance, following work should be carried out. Basically an inspection oriented and may not contain action to be taken. Help in identifying the major changes, development of cracks, identifying the new cracks, etc. Inspection of all essential items by visual observation. Check on proper functions of sewer, water lines, wash basins, sinks, etc. These check on drain pipes from the roof during the rainy season. This type of work should be carried out in the daily routine maintenance work. Weekly routine maintenance work. In this, electrical accessories will be checked in week wise. Cobwebs cleaning should be done on weekly basis. Flushing of sewer lines should be done in weekly basis. Leakages of different water line, if available, then it will be maintained or repaired in weekly basis. Next one is monthly routine maintenance work. In this, cleaning of doors, windows, latches, etc. will be done. Checking of septic tank and sewer tanks will be done in monthly routine maintenance. Observations of different cracks in the elements or component of structure. Cleaning of overhead tanks from which the building will be provided water for any purpose, drinking or washing purpose. Peeling of plaster, dampness and floor cracks. In yearly routine maintenance, the work is carried out attending to small repairs and whitewashing, painting of steel components exposed to weather, check of displacements and remedial measures. The different displacement or deflections will be checked in the different components and remedial technique will be adopted. The next is pre-monsoon maintenance. That means before monsoon period started, some maintenance work will be carried out. To decide the maintenance programmer to be done before monsoon, such as cleaning of drains, checking of roof leakages, collection material, etc. 2 months before the rainy season, this maintenance will be carried out. In this, cleaning of drains, checking of roof leakages, roof cracks, vegetation needs to be removed in the wall or in the slabs. If the structure or building have pitched roof or sloping roof, covering sheets, joints, overlaps shall be checked before the monsoon period. Next, post monsoon maintenance. Immediately after the monsoon, all structures exposed to weather shall be checked to find if there had been damages due to monsoon or not. In this post monsoon maintenance, we will check sanitary and water supply installations, checking of wall painting, both painting and whitewashing, inadequate drainage and accumulation of water on roof, cracked walls, settlement of foundation if any, wrapping of timber works. These type of maintenance or checking will be carried out after the post monsoon period. So this is the basic of maintenance and repair, our first chapter.